everybody, Esum has some new brushes that I want to talk to you about. And today we're going to use the new Dior, the Plan de Paris Champs Elysées. And I have new mascara to talk to you about as well. So let's just go ahead and dive in. Brushes I'm going to be using today are from Esum. And if you're not familiar with Esum, they're a brand that actually I've been familiar with for a long time. Their products are made in Italy. They're vegan, talc-free. They have eco-friendly packaging. And they do have really like finely milled powders. I've used their eyeshadows and blushes, and I think they have extremely good products. Like I said, I don't think they're talked about that much. Esum was kind enough to send me these, and I'll get into the details, these remastered brushes because of Sofia from Sofia Sees Beauty, a good friend of mine, is actually doing a collab with them. And she is doing the Sofia Sees Beauty brush set. It's launching alongside the launch of the revamped brush line. Should be going up today. And there's 3 existing brushes, which I'll show you, and 3 remastered ones. She chose ones that she thought were the most unique and multi-purpose, and she'll talk about that in her video, which I believe goes up later today. So Esum sent me the brush details of all of the brushes that are being remastered. But it looks like there are 8 different brushes: a finishing face brush, an angled shadow brush, a small angled shadow brush, a shadow blending brush, retractable lip brush, a mascara fan brush, a liner diffuser brush, and a square liner brush. And these are all being reformulated, remastered. Some are synthetic and some are made from, I believe they're all goat. Let me double check that before I say anything, because I think they are, but then I'm going to say that and there's going to be one that's like something else. I'll be like, that's not right. Yes. Okay. So goat and synthetics. So what I'm going to do today is, as I use the brushes, we'll talk a little bit about what the brushes are. And then these are all the ones that are going to be in Sofia's collab that, like I said, launches today. You can purchase all of these brushes as singles. If you get them in the set, it's a much better deal. It's $105, which is a value of $150. So you can also save 15% off the set with the code Sofia, because Sofia always tries to make sure that she can get you a deal. I do have links, affiliate links in the description box below, but as long as you put Sofia when you purchase the sets, you know, you'll get the 15% off. So let's go ahead and dive in and use the products and test out the brushes. So the first one I want to try is the T59. Now this is one of the existing brushes. It's made of synthetics and the shape is really cool. I don't think I have anything like this. This is the brush. It's a very cool shape. It's very, very soft. Yeah, it's extremely soft. And this is great for like powder or blush that's a little bit too pigmented. I've talked about that many, many times. You could also use it for setting powder, all of those things. So this one I'm definitely going to use for my blush today because I want to show you how you could tone down a blush that might be a little too much for you. And this one, T37, is a remastered brush, again synthetic. You see the angle on here though. These are extremely soft. Wow. I'm going to use this with the contour from Dior. Now I do have Dior on today. I have on the Cushion Foundation, the Plan de Paris cover. This cushion is the Dior Forever in 0N. This is the Skin Glow. Yeah, this is a Skin Glow cushion, which is really hard to get here in the United States. But if you're in another country, you can pick it up relatively easily. All right, so we're gonna take this. Again, this is T47, it's remastered brush, small angled brush, and I think this is gonna be great for contour. Now I'm using the light from Dior. Yeah, this is a great, really good contour brush. Perfect. So if you're looking for, you know, a more precise application and you want something easy, this is the perfect brush for that. Because of the angle, you can just literally place it on your skin, angle up, you're done. I mean, look how simple that is. And it blends beautifully. Anyone who's worried about, you know, synthetic not being soft, These are very soft. This is remastered, like I said. I'll be honest, I don't know what the ones were like before, but this is incredibly soft. I'm, not having any problems with it, and I have very sensitive skin. So if Sophia picked it, I knew it was going to be okay, but I will tell you that I have no problems with this. This is a really nice brush. And this contour stick by Dior, honestly, one of my new favorite things. I absolutely love it. All right, so blush. I'm going to take a blush that certainly isn't too deep for me. This is in the new Dior, but I want to show you how you can get a soft, everyday look. This is 267. This is Dior Riviera. And I think for most of us, that's what we want, right? I mean, most of the time you're going for a soft, everyday kind of look. You're not going to a gala. You're not gonna, take lots of pictures on the red carpet and you need like extra makeup. Don't get me wrong, I'm not, if you are doing that, like good for you. But most of the time that's not, at least for me. Let me just speak for myself. I am not going to any galas and I am not getting any pictures taken on the red carpet. So I'm gonna take a little bit of blush. I tend to do this, especially in the summer. I'll take a little bit of blush and just put it on the nose, because what that does is it ties it in to the color on your cheeks, and it also kind of gives you a little bit of a sun-kissed look, which I just think it's pretty. And then we'll take a little bit of the new contour. This is the Blush and Glow, which is called Blush and Glow, but it's a contour. Verissimo, this is 100. And although this is a contour shade, it's got a little bit of warmth in it. It's not a lot. I think for someone like me, because I'm so pale, it's fine. It works, but for most people, it's gonna be definitely more of a contour. But just to kind of blend that in, get a little bit of warmth to my skin, just like all over. Not a lot, just a little bit. And with this brush, because it diffuses so well, I think it creates a really, really beautiful look. So those were T47 and T59. Great brushes, both synthetic, work well with creams, work well with powders. You can, it kind of runs the gamut. We're gonna put on a little bit of lipstick and then we'll do the eyes. This is Nude Mitza, which is not a new shade, but I did get the Plan de Paris cover for the Addict lip. And Nude Mitza is a shade that is touted as relatively new and is a great shade. It's just it's a little bit warm, but not too much. Things go cooler on me, so for me, it works well with cool shades, warm shades, kind of everything. All right, so let's go into the, this is the Champs Elysées. This is the purple palette, the cool leaning purple palette, and I did the La Trois actually quite a while ago. This kind of matches my nails. This one is similar to a lot of plum purple quin squads that we've seen, but I would say the shades in here, you'll see them in a moment. I think they're really well curated. And I love, and I've said this a million times, I love this packaging. I think it's phenomenally good. So this is the Champs Elysées. I think you can see that there's one matte in here, and the rest of the shades are very iridescent and if not sparkly. This shade is the white shade, and it's very, I don't want to say glittery, but it's close to glittery. And the shade that's opposite on the quint, sorry, is also glittery. They both are. And then this one is the center shade. It is definitely a satin. It's a very light pink. And then the shade in here that actually looks, and I'll hold up the quint again. The shade in here that actually looks like almost tan in the pan is this opalescent shifting shade that almost goes pinkish purple depending on how you see it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This shade here is the one that was shifting, so it's really interesting. These both are glittery or more glittery. This one's the satin, and then this is the matte. First, we're going to use the S33. So this is one of the existing brushes. It's Soft Goat. It's great for crease and transition, but you can also get it on the outer corner. Sophia mentioned it's really good for hooded eyes. I agree. It's not too big. One of the things with a hooded eye is you're going to have extra skin. And if you have a really thick, very big crease brush, it's harder to be more precise about your placement. And so something like this gives you the ability to be more precise. So I'm going to put this in the transition here, and I'm going to keep my transition a little high. And I'm also going to keep it more on the outside. I'm going to really lighten it up as I go in. The brush is performing extremely well, as is the Quint, guys. The formula in these for Dior, I'm not going to say it's as good as the old ones, but it is extremely good. And you can see the pigment here, like how pigmented this is. I'm not using a lot of pressure on the brush, and I'm not, taking a lot out of the pan. So I'm just blending this out a little bit, applying a little bit of pressure to get, a little bit of diffusion. And we'll clean out the outside of the eye with one of the other brushes in a second. So yeah, that's a very plummy shade. It's like the matte shade that's in here. I think it's good. V27 is the remastered brush, synthetic, and it's like a little finger brush. Like it's probably just like your pinky. Like it's just a short little shadow brush, which I think is really good. It has a little bit of an angle on it, which I think is going to be great. I'm going to use the shade in the middle, the satin shade. So I think that's the shade that, is really going to tie this together, and it's supposed to be. The shade in the middle is supposed to be the shade that pulls all of this together. And I'm going to go a little bit over that transition like that, just to to blend that in. We'll blend more later. Now, like I said, the white is glittery, this is glittery, this is glittery, and this is like opalescent. It's an interesting take on all of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the T37 brush. This is an existing brush. It's synthetic, but it's flat and it's angled. And I'm going to take the deepest shade that has like some glitter to it and just kind of stamp on the outside, because I think, yeah, there's definitely fallout with that. There usually is when you've got that kind of glitter. It's pretty, but there's, there's definitely glitter. And then we'll go back to the V27 for the white shade. It's not really white. You'll see it's a glittery opalescent kind of shade. Now, if you don't like accentuating the brow area with the glitter, which I get, I would use this on the lid instead, because it is glittery. It is going to accentuate anything with like glitter. It's going to be more reflective. It's pretty though. It's not chunky. You don't have pieces falling out. It's not that. It's just, there's a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of glitter to it. This opalescent shade. I'm going to take this with my finger and just plant it on the eye here. Yeah, you get a beautiful, soft, cool look. Now I'm going to take a different brush, because there's one other brush in here that I want to show you, but I want to use that for something else. So I don't want to use it for two things today. We're going to take that deep plum shade and use it as liner. And Dior has some really good liners that they've just come out with. I have the pearlescent cobalt and the pearly bronze. And I have to say, I like them both. The cobalt might be one of my favorite, like, ever. So I might get another one of those. I really am very impressed with this collection by Dior. Like, just overall, I've had other things that I've liked from Dior lately where I've been like, oh, that's really good. But overall, I've been very impressed with just everything. So the last brush I want to talk about is the Esum T05. This is a remastered brush, again, synthetic. It's a great precision eye brush. So you could use this on the lower lash line, which is what I was gonna do. But I wanna show you how you can clean up the eye with this, because I think that's, you know, something that I get asked a lot actually. Like, how do you, if you don't use eye guards, or if you do your eye look after you do your face makeup, how do you do this? So one of the ways to do this, I put a little bit of the new foundation from Dior on here, and you literally can draw, now I have to pull my skin a little, but you can draw a line. See that? Now I'll smooth it out in a second, but you can draw a line that literally creates the clean, sharp look that you're looking for. And you just go back in. Now I tend to use like my finger to smooth it out because I don't want a super harsh line, but the line that I draw at first, I want to be precise. Easy peasy. This brush is great for doing that. I love all the brushes. I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. Sofia has excellent taste. They're all good. They all worked beautifully. The Dior is gorgeous. I've really enjoyed the Plan de Paris collection. The Champs, I think, is a really soft, plummy look. I think you get a very opalescent look from this. You could definitely deepen this with the purple that's in here. The plum that's in here is deep. You could deepen it up very quickly. I chose not to do that because I feel like this is more of a summer, I'm going for a more summer look, but this is the fall collection, so you could definitely make this deeper. Let me curl my lashes really quick, and then I'm gonna show you a new mascara that I'm trying out. This is the Yves Saint Laurent Lash Clash mascara. Now I know the Lash Clash is not new, but this is the Lash Clash Mascara Volume Extreme Volume Mascara. And I have it in black and I have it in brown. And so I'm gonna actually do, probably on Instagram, a brown and a black to give you guys a comparison. But I have to say, this mascara is wearing on me. So it has this really thick, like cone-like brush, and it gives you a very, I would say, wispy but volumed look. Okay, you can see the lashes before. Mascara is on. See what I mean by it's like kind of wispy, but also, you know, lots of volume. It's a really nice mascara. I'm actually really enjoying it. And like I said, I'm going to do a comparison with the black shade and the brown shade so you guys can take a look and see which one you prefer. But I think this one is really good. I mean, whether it's better than my Sweet Beauty, I don't know yet. I mean, my Sweet Beauty is kind of my holy grail, but I have to say, I do like the look that this gives. This kind of wispy look is a little bit different than what you get with Sweet Beauty. It gives a really nice length and volume, and like I said, this sort of wispy kind of thing going on. Don't forget, Esum is launching their revamped core line of brushes today, and you can buy them all separately if you want to. But Sofia has her collab that launches today alongside the brushes that I used today. It's $105, which is $150 value. If you use code Sofia, you're gonna get 15% off. I'll have links down below, and I used all the brushes today so you could see exactly how they worked. They're all fantastic. I think they worked beautifully. The Dior collection, the Plan de Paris, is excellent. I'm really enjoying everything I've tried so far. There hasn't been a product that hasn't worked for me, at least not yet. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear them below in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. Hope to see you in another video really soon.